Hey YouTube!
What's up?
Or did you want to do it?
I was gonna do it, but you cut me off. It's okay.
Okay.
No, you can just keep
okay.
it. It's
No,
fine. I don't mind.
Yeah.
I like doing the what's up. So as you all probably have heard at this point, the artist known as Prince, he used to be called the artist formerly known as Prince.
Now is he the artist formerly known as Prince who is formerly known as Prince?
We shouldn't joke. He passed away last week. And so it kind of got us thinking about other major icons who have died in our lifetime, like Michael Jackson, Amy Winehouse, Whitney Houston, and now Prince. All of them have died younger than they probably should have. And I wonder why I feel so strongly and emotional when these people die. It's also interesting because I look at you and you don't have the same reaction that I do.
No, I don't. That's really what's interesting, because I think a lot of people feel either strongly one way or another about it. They're either devastated and torn up over like this icon's death, or they're like, oh well, you know, whatever, move on with my own life.
I feel like the icon whose death impacted you the most was Steve Jobs.
Yeah, I guess so. It was more of like a shock thing. Apple was in the middle of like so many cool things, and I was strongly like connected with that. I think I was literally also invested in Apple at that point.
The stocks.
Yeah, and I don't know, seeing that, like, seeing him on the front page got me a little teary-eyed. But in general, like, when I hear about celebrity deaths, I don't know, I don't get too, like, worked up about it.
I remember that that's actually one of the first impressions I had of you. We roomed together the summer after Michael Jackson died. And when he died, I was so torn up. That entire summer, all I did was listen to Michael Jackson. Got advance tickets to the screening of the This Is It documentary movie, which I even invited you to come to, and you're like, but I remember coming back that fall and we were rooming together. This was before we were dating. And I remember asking you like, oh, how did Michael Jackson's death affect you? And you kind of were just like, oh, how is that possible? The world was crying for months.
I don't want you to think that I'm just like this heartless person. I never listened to his music, so I never felt that connected to him. But this doesn't mean that I don't appreciate like his work. In general, I just don't connect really with celebrities, and when you've felt this empathy for them, Amanda Bynes, for example, for months, you were emotionally tied to her and all of her trials and tribulations. I was like, dude, come on. Like, she's a person, I get it. But like, she's a person in the end. But at the same time, I bet if Anthony Kiedis died, I would feel very heartbroken. The thing that tears me up, that gets me crying, is more like the average person dying. Like when I read about something horrific happening to just a local, just like your average person.
I also remember you were really emotional with the death of Troy Davis.
Yeah, more so than any celebrity or icon, even more so than with Steve Jobs, was when Troy Davis was executed. I think because I had like financially and emotionally invested myself in his cause. And we've seen so much of it in the news now, the racial injustice and the Black Lives Matter movement. When Troy Davis was executed, I was really torn up over that. And I was crying a lot.
I think that's interesting how death affects us all differently. Different people's deaths have different impacts on each person, and that's kind of what makes the world go round. You know, if we all were totally emotionally devastated with every death, like, we wouldn't be able to survive as a human race.
As a country, we have witnessed this before with 9/11 and with JFK, where it is kind of this universal mourning, and that is so powerful because it reverberates everywhere. And to an extent, probably also with like Michael Jackson and Prince, just these things that kind of like rock the world for a bit.
It reminds us that we're all in this together, I guess. So in a way, the lasting legacy of an icon kind of serves to what they were trying to do in their life. What they did in life, they did even more in death. And I think that that's kind of beautiful in a way. So we want to know, how do you guys deal with the death of an icon or a public figure or someone who rises the ranks because of their death? How does that impact you guys? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to read your stories and your reactions to the deaths of icons.
Thanks for joining us. We know this wasn't a really funny episode, but I don't know, I think it's kind of cool to break the norm sometimes and just talk about these things.
I'm Beep.
I'm Beep.
We're two Beeps.
Peacing out.
Beeps out.
Peace out.
It's a circle of life, as Simba once said.
Circle of life.
Or was it Mufasa? Or I don't remember who said it.
Someone from Lion King.
Maybe it was just a song. I should know that. It's like my favorite Disney movie.
Yeah, come on.